Hello everybody, I'd just like to share this journal that I've completed using all coffee dyed papers. Some I've used coffee with antique gold shimmer mixed in, and there are pattern papers from the Madame Payraud's pack that I have tea dyed the backs using red bush tea, and some Tim Holtz Wallflower papers and vellum papers. I created this using a 9x12 envelope that I have coloured the cover in ground espresso and walnut stain distress stains. Papers from the pack that I've backed on cardstock. There's a keyhole embellishment with a pattern paper in it that matches the pattern papers I've lined the inside cover with. Lace and seam binding. A garment pin that I've used to attach a rose charm, a filigree charm which I put some roses inside, and a skeleton key charm which is engraved. I've left the back of the cover just blank. Oh, and there's a frame with an image from the papers inside it. There's a tuck spot inside the cover, and I've put some ephemera inside. There's a tiny envelope that I've printed with a tiny journal card inside. It's all been inked. It's one of a few altered paper clips with seam binding ribbon on top. Tons of ephemera inside this one. I've used my ribbon threader punch. Doily, which has been done in coffee and shimmer. Ledger papers, graph papers. This is one of the papers I used the shimmer on, and I've dyed the pattern of the doily onto it, and it's come out really well. This washi tape is from Paper Chase. This is one of the really dark coffee dyed papers, and I created a pocket from out of a printed vellum from Santoro. Lots of ephemera inside the pocket. The pocket is huge, really lots of space in there. Paper grocery bag covered in washies and ephemera, and I've put more ephemera inside. Journal cards or photo mats, really lots of space in there. Some more ledger paper I've printed, coffee dyed the back of that. This is the Madame Payraud's paper, and lots of the ephemera that's printed on them. I've also added those ephemeras to the journal. You know, I've printed them out separately, or ephemeras like from the same advertising lines. And there's one that I've used to create a pocket. An old advert for paper laces. This is parchment paper. Another paper from those patterned ones. This flips up and it flips down. And that's a paper pebble. Mason jar tag. I just thought that looked great as a tag. As with these, they were labels. I've threaded this lace ribbon through the side of this page, and with a garment pin I've attached a little vintage silver key charm. Some calligraphy stamping. This is Tim Holtz. Another shimmer doily pattern paper with the ribbon threaded through. Tons of journaling space. Stenciling in tattered rose, a bit more parchment paper. This is another vellum pocket with ephemera on the front. One of those Eastman's Extract of Wild Roses bookmarks. A tag that I've sewn in, and that's Tim Holtz. I just cut it from the Wallflower papers. Each piece of ephemera I have individually sourced, or it may come from the graphics fairy, where she sources a lot of it herself. Old ledger paper with writing on that I've printed. 3 glassine envelopes inked in tattered rose, and I've just slid these little photo mats inside that I did. Lace trim. Those are a freebie actually off Ephemera's Vintage Garden. This flips up. A grunged up guest check. Another doily, or the other half of that doily. There's a doily pattern stamped onto this. I used old paper ink, and the stamp was from Prima Marketing. This is the centre of the signature. There's a tuck. I put some ephemera under. There's some extra paper for journaling. Big journal card there, out of some ephemera. Then another 3 glassine envelopes. You can either back photos onto them, write on them, or put other stuff in the pockets with them. Right, this page here, this flips up so that you don't lose the journaling space. Some gorgeous ephemera in this one. Killarney roses. More stenciling. Journal ticket. The other end of that tag that I made from the paper, the Wallflower papers. Then here, a little telegram and a little mini journal I did. I inked the pages and I've corner punched them, but left it blank for you. More parchment, little envelope, 2 pretty ephemeras inside. That was in my stash. You can see there's more stenciling there as well. I have stamped the calligraphy stamp underneath that. The other edge of that doily pattern, Tim Holtz. It is from the Wallflower pack, so is the vellum. You can see the pages are really flat for journaling. It's that red tea, because it doesn't affect the colour of the pattern papers. More of that parchment. I did more stamping on pieces of paper rather than on the pages. It's my Tiffany & Co. receipt stamp I've used on this damask paper, and there's ephemera on the back. Other half of that Tim Holtz Wallflower vellum. Paper bag. This says Love Potion. There's a journal ticket. I use these to create tags, and this, if you close it, that'll hold it closed for you. And there's also 3 more tags that I've put down the back. I made these out of just old ephemera. I'll put them straight afterwards. And there's, I used the flourish stencil on that in Vintage Photo. Then another one with a pocket down the back. This one says Flower Vintage Soap. And with that, it just weights it down so that it stays closed anyway. And there's a craft doily I've used to just decorate the top of it. The other end of that paper bag, these come out. This flips up and flips down. Another paper pebble. Really lovely pieces of ephemera here. Another doily pattern. And there, it's come out really well. Graph paper, the other end of that yearly egg account ledger paper. Other side of one of those doilies. And I've printed one of my little needle books again. And a big journal card. And at the back I've done a corner pocket with vellum, printed out really old French envelope, and I've put some extra journaling paper inside. This was one that was dyed in red tea. Had some practice punching on with a doily print. Some more ephemera. And that pebble there. Then there's a big, huge pocket at the back of the envelope. And I've put some more ephemera inside, which I found on Graphics Fairy. It was from a blacksmith business. I am going to be opening an Etsy shop, and this one will be listed on there. But I've got a few more bits to sort out first. But if anyone would be interested, I'd just like to hear people's views. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.